Hello, everyone. This is the Marquis MDB, Michael Debar. You know, when I'm traveling from Milan to Minsk, I'm listening to Tom Zeus on Shout It Out Loudcast.
Oh, boy. Here we go. This is Gene Simmons. Put that cookie down. Yes. Stop pressing the buttons. Stockbroker Simmons. Star? Paul Stanley. Is that what he does? Stop shouting. Ace Frehley. He's not what you would call a handsome man. Oh, no. Here come the kiss times. Is that a positive thing? Okay. All right. I'm going to grab me an ice cold mellow yellow. Why do that to the fan? Stop it. Why? Because fuck. That's what I'm talking about. 617-525-0850. You do? Hey, fucko. Do you like Kiss? Settle down.
Hi, this is Gene Simmons from Kiss with a very important announcement. Comedian Craig Gass, who wouldn't be shit without me. I should have kicked his ass a long time ago, but he's performing 2 special nights of Kiss comedy shows. From beginning to end, all jokes about Kiss. And it's going to coincide with the final Kiss shows ever at Madison Square Garden in New York City. You can see Craig do a full Kiss show November 30th and December 3rd, before and after the final Kiss shows ever. Unless you got $20, then I'll come to your house. Go to getgas.com for the comedy tickets. Getgas with 2 S's.com for the comedy tickets. Or go to kissonline.com and click on my codpiece for a punch in the face for $50.
Hello. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom and Zeus, another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 251. Creatures of the Night, 40th anniversary, Super Deluxe Box Set, Disc 2, Happy Fun Time Hour.
Disc 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a long title, but that's okay.
Tom, we're going to break down Disc 2 of Creatures of the Night. So we're always getting them. So every year we're doing something.
Yep.
We expected a box set to drop this year so that we would do Disc 2 of that box set next year, but oh well. Let's break down Creatures of the Night Disc 2, though.
We will. There's a lot to talk about, that's for sure.
Before we do that, though, let's go back to last week's episode where we interviewed the great Jean Beauvoir.
Oui, oui.
Oh.
Yes, and we did a poll, and the poll was, which of these songs that Jean was involved in is your favorite? Is it All Night, Under the Gun, Who Wants to Be Lonely, or Thrills in the Night? And Who Wants to Be Lonely ran away with this one, 45%. And then we had a percentage point tie between All Night and Thrills in the Night at 23%. Under the Gun comes in at the end there with 9%. Lee Bruton, which, by the way, thank you, Lee Bruton, for buying an Ace Cult shirt and posting it on your Twitter. We saw it. We shared that. That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. That's amazing. Love it.
And now it's on our website.
That's right. Yep. He says, what a guy. Great stuff. From the above, I'll take Who Wants to Be Lonely. Amy J, Who Wants to Be Lonely, but Thrills is close behind. Fun episode. Cool dude. I got to watch Serpent in the Rainbow. Yeah, you do. Very disturbing movie. It's great. Beach Boys are
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is Serpent in the Rainbow that one with that little mini voodoo guy, like warrior guy who's like
that's the Trilogy of Terror. No. Serpent in the Rainbow is actually terrifying. It's about a guy that gets like brought into like the like a jungle, and the catchphrase was "Don't bury me, I'm not dead yet." And it shows a guy being like buried, like it's pretty scary for the time.
But it's not that little miniature like Zulu warrior.
No,
big head.
No, that's Trilogy of Terror. Yes, that's a scary fucking little thing. Yes,
it looks like Pedro Martinez's little buddy from the Red Sox. Remember that guy? Whatever he was.
You mean Pedro from Major League?
No, Pedro Martinez from the Red Sox.
Yes.
Remember he had that little midget friend?
That's right.
That
right.
could, like, literally fit in his pocket?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about Jobu from Major League.
No, I forget his name, but Pedro had this, like, little...
Yeah, he had a little guy.
A little mascot. And he was like...
Yeah, I remember that.
He looked like Tiny Tim.
Yeah. Beach Boys Are the GOAT says, none of these are my favorite, although I love Jean, but I'd have to go Under the Gun. Unlike seemingly everyone else, I never thought Who Wants to Be Lonely was a very good song. It's one of my least favorites on Asylum. Wow, that's not one we hear a lot. By the way, Lee's shirt was green, which was awesome. That looks so cool. You got to check out that picture we posted on our page. We shared that on
better
Twitter.
yet, get some Shout Out Loudcast merch.
It's true. Our buddy Steve, the year 2023 is certainly filled with great interviews. Good luck topping that next year. What a great guy Jean is. Always been a huge fan of him. So talented, and the stuff he did with Crown of Thorns was just incredible. Yes, Crown of Thorns was really, really cool stuff for sure. I Love Rich says, great interview. Jean Beauvoir is an international treasure. And then he posts a video on YouTube from the Sweden Rock Festival of him doing All Night. That's very cool. Matt Murphy, really looking forward to listening to this. His bass work on the first Little Steven album is some of my favorite. And that's what we got for Twitter today.
Okay. Over on the Book of Face, we're going to go to Loudcasters group first here, Tom.
Yep.
Joey Romanek, America's fourth favorite realtor, and dropping fast. I love these episodes where we get a glimpse of the inside inner circle of people that not only worked with, but are also friends with Kiss. Plus, I always loved Gene's look. Amazing. And he put a picture of Tina Turner from fucking...
Oh, yeah. Thunderdome.
Yeah, exactly. Christopher Bell. I love Gene. Saw him with the Plasmatic. Still have drums along the Mohawk and jackknife somewhere. Thanasacretes. Fantastic interview. I love Gene. He's a very talented person. Tom, agree with you. Faith album is great. In fact, the Crown of Thorns self-titled is a brilliant album. The tune Rain, which is on their Black EP, is beyond brilliant. And you could clearly hear Paul Stanley in the back end vocals. In fact, I think Gene and Paul produced that EP. The Ace impersonation is fast becoming my highlight of the week. Can't get enough of it. Stay safe. See you in a few days. Over on YouTube.
Okay.
Marty White, your Ace Frehley jokes inspired me to show some recent clips to my girlfriend, who has a steroid problem, is built like Lou Ferrigno. She's got so pissed that she taped an M80 to my hand and lit it up and laughed. I'm writing to you from the ER using my nub. I guess I really did it this time.
Nice.
Marty gets us. He gets us.
He totally gets us. Yep.
Pete Gibbons. How about an Ace Frehley challenge, boys? Put up some cash and see who can go the longest without doing the Ace impression in the next episode.
You win.
I was just about to say, we didn't do anything yet, and you just did it. Patrick 2420 likes our Ace Frehley goes to Graceland rehash again. Holy shit, mama, Ace killed the king.
Oh, God.
Jukebox Cowboy, Beauvoir and Plasmatics, total badass.
Nice. All right, so let's get to a couple emails here. Our buddy Daniel LeBlanc. Tom and Zeus, it's been a while since I sent a comment in, but I've been keeping up with the episodes. Always love the interview episodes. You guys do a great job of getting people talking. After today's episode, I'm going to check out a copy of Jean Beauvoir's book, hoping there is more information on his connection to the serpent in the rainbow. I also need to check out the Plasmatics. I always enjoy the comments from West Beach and have been meaning to check out the band he was in. Also really pleased with the poll regarding what listeners would like from you. Show that Kiss should still be a weekly podcast topic. Thanks for providing the information and entertainment that you do. Thank you, Daniel. Awesome. Got a really nice long email from our Patreon, Trent Bally. Sent us a ton of information about the End of the Road tour and a whole bunch of other stuff. Great email, Trent. Thank you. And thank you for being a Patreon. We love that, buddy. Appreciate it. Our buddy Keith Wetzel. Great interview with Jean. You two are really on a roll of late with these interviews. I forgot that he worked on Thrills in the Night, which to this day is still one of my favorite songs and holds a special place in my heart as my gateway to the band. Zeus, I couldn't agree with you more. If I wanted anyone to write a hook, it would be Paul Stanley. Thanks for all you do for the fans, Keith Wetzel. And that's emails.
Tom, we're going to end on this last one here. It's from Instagram, Junior Vintage. The Crown of Thorns Faith tune is awesome. Just discovered it because of Tom's recommendation. The Prince MJ discussion was an eye-opener how great a talent Jean is. Got to get his book. You guys are on a roll with these great interviews. Mr. Antonio 2005. Well, you've been comment of the week before. You deserve it again. And one of the reasons why is because you make us podcasters feel important when you're like, I listened to what Tom said. I listened to the recommendation and I like it. We love that shit. And because you've been also a loyal listener and a great commentator over this time, Junior Vintage, a.k.a. Mr. A 2005, you are comment of the week.
Good answer. Good answer. I like the way you think. I'm going to be watching you.
Yeah, thanks so much for that. That's awesome. And I love that you checked out Crown of Thorns. Great stuff. So thank you.
Tom, what we do next is we give a shout out to our Patreon family. And we have a newest member, Tom, a Demon Tier member.
Nice.
Jason Landsback. Jason, thank you for joining. And thank you for joining as a Demon Tier member. Much appreciated. Patreon. That is where you can join and help out the show. You make a contribution to the show based on your different tiers, and you get different perks back. But all in all, you're helping the show. And that's what mostly Patreon has been set up to do. Help out creators, podcasters, musicians, artists, all sorts of stuff. And our Patreon family is the best because without their support, we wouldn't be at the point where we are now. And we consistently grow and we're consistently doing things. And we will mention that in the news section coming up because we just had our live cast about it. It's all because of Patreon. And Jason, thank you for joining our Patreon family. As we said, this is it's pretty unique, and we enjoy having our Patreon polls, our ARC Patreon picks, our merch, our chats, video chats that we do. All that is part of the Patreon experience. So if you're out there and you're interested and you really like the show and want to help us out, please join our Patreon family. You will really enjoy it, and you'll be part of the family.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, thanks so much. Jason Landsback, huge thanks to you for becoming a demon. That's a huge help to the show, continuing to help us grow. And as Zeus mentioned, and we say every week, tons of stuff that you can check out. Thursday sneak peek at the upcoming episode, voting and Flashback Friday pictures, ARC polls, picks, everything. It's tons of stuff, so check us out. And again, Jason, thank you.
Tom, let's go over to Kiss World. A lot of shit happening.
Yeah, we actually have some breaking news. We're recording on Tuesday, November 21st, because of the Thanksgiving week. And breaking news right now at 7 o'clock our time is the Kiss show in Ottawa tonight has been canceled due to an illness reportedly in the band. We don't know if it's the band themselves or something, but apparently this show is canceled. And Ticketmaster is issuing refunds. So no reschedule. So Ottawa people, that sucks badly for you because we know that this was going to be your end of the road, and that is terrible. And the other big concern is hopefully this isn't one of the band members. Again, as of this real-time recording, we don't have any details, but it looks like there is an illness in the Kiss camp, and let's hope that it's nothing serious and that it doesn't affect any of the full members. So that's big and very unfortunate.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
So tonight is the 21st.
Yeah.
Tomorrow they play Toronto, I believe, which is the 22nd.
Yep.
Day off, then they play Tennessee the 24th, 25th. Then day off, they're in Illinois. Then day off, they're in Baltimore. Then day off, then they have Madison Square Garden. there's 4 dates they can squeeze this in. However, are they going to squeeze this in?
Ticketmaster's already issuing refunds. That means it's not being rescheduled. When Ticketmaster immediately offers a refund, that means that it's canceled. Unfortunately.
So who's going to get fucked the most? Those people before New York or New York when Kiss circles back and finishes their show in fucking Ottawa later or something?
If it was going to be rescheduled again, Ticketmaster wouldn't offer a refund. They would probably tell them to hold on to their tickets and wait.
I'm just saying, how fucking pissed will you be?
It's never going to happen.
I'm not saying it.
It's never
I'm
going to
asking.
Yeah.
What is your thought process? What would piss Kiss fans off more? The people that will miss the previous shows or the people in New York that fucking get leapfrogged in other concerts become the last concert?
The people in Ottawa get fucked. Their show's canceled and it sucks for them. And it breaks my heart to be in, if you were in Ottawa and this was your end of the road celebration, it sucks. It totally sucks.
Yeah. Now you have to go get tickets in New York and good luck with that.
Exactly. It blows. It blows.
But if it's in the band, Tom, that means they're not missing one night.
I agree. That's the concern, is that this is going to be like COVID all over again. The thing keeps getting, but you can't keep pushing this shit out.
But
there's a week left.
But as I'm saying to you, they come back and like, well, since we were going to make up those 6 dates, we're going to do another round trip around the country.
Imagine.
Oh,
the people that paid $19,000 for floor seats on December 2nd.
Holy shit.
I know. Yeah.
There'd be a fucking lawsuit, I think.
There'd be a riot. Yeah, there'd be a riot. And, Gene Simmons wouldn't have to worry about that on Twitter because Gene left Twitter, or X. He left it. He posted a thing last week. No comments. He just said, "This is it for me. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok." So he's gone. He is off of Twitter/X.
Paul won't leave it. He needs the reassurances from his comments from his celebrity friends.
Yep.
That, he has to comment on Willie Wilson. Willie
Wilson. Willie Wilson was awesome for the Kansas City Royals.
I was thinking of trying to say Willie Whistle when he dies. Do you remember Willie Whistle?
Yeah, of course I do.
The local clown.
I also remember Willie Wilson.
Yeah. No. Oh, you're thinking of Gary Pettis.
No, I remember he played for the Angels. Here we go. Here come your 80s Major League Baseball recap.
No, it's your 80s stolen base leaders.
What about Cecil Cooper and Ben Ogilvy?
Vince Coleman.
Oh, Vince Coleman. Eric Davis.
Oh, Tim Raines.
That's right. Ricky Henderson, of course. Rock Raines.
Who was that guy? I think his name was Greg Hendricks from the Cardinals. Had his fucking
George Hendricks. George Hendricks.
No, you're thinking of George Foster.
Oh, George Foster, yes.
Anyway, let's go back. What were you saying about the news there?
Yeah, so the other big thing that dropped today on Tuesday, November 21st, is Kiss is doing a New York City takeover. So the headline reads, "We're celebrating our final live shows ever taking place at Madison Square Garden with an epic New York City takeover." They're going to be doing experiential events scheduled over a 5-day period. So this is pretty wild. Here's a couple of things they're going to be doing. There's going to be a Kiss pop-up store from November 30th to December 3rd, which is exactly when we're going to be there. It's going to be located blocks away from MSG. It's going to be having memorabilia, apparel, accessories, and collectible items. They're going to be doing a New York City takeover Google map, which is an immersive interactive map. Penn Station and Herald Square Station will have 50,000 limited edition Kiss branded Metro cards available for purchase. The New York Rangers are doing Kiss game night at Madison Square Garden with special Kiss Rangers merchandise.
And during this game, at the end, the Boston Bruins are going to jump over on the crowd and beat the shit out of any fucking Kiss fans in the crowd.
Now, I have a couple of comments I'm going to add, but I'm going to wait until we get through all this. There's going to be something within the New York Post. There's going to be the Kiss. There's going to be taxi cabs that have a one-of-a-kind Kiss wrapped logos and graphics. Prince Street Pizza is doing Kiss-themed pizza in collectible pizza boxes. Inked New York City is doing flash tattoos and face painting. All this stuff, and every time I read this, all I can think of, how many fucking Kiss tards are going to try to collect all those pizza boxes or Metro train cards and go to sell them on eBay?
Yeah, we're going to be doing the same thing.
Oh, I know. We're going to be...
you're going to eat that, sir? Can I have that box?
We're going to be like mugging cab drivers so we can like rip the freaking graphics off of it. I mean, I will say look, for all the stuff we give Kiss, we got to give them credit that they're doing something kind of creative and interactive, and they're literally going to be taking over New York City. So I do think that's kind of a cool thing, and we're going to be there to see it. So I'm not going to complain about it. I think it's actually kind of creative.
All right, Tom, I'm going to take a little break because while you're preparing for that, I'm going to be preparing for the Ace Frehley takes over Tom Shed attack. Hey, over here, you can get some leftover pepperoni pizza wrapping paper, wax paper that I just had a couple slices on. And if you look over there in the scavenger hunt Frehley pot, you can find an empty can of Mountain Dew that I didn't want to drink, but I had to because they didn't have Mellow Yellow.
All right, we're back. And we did run into a problem with Ace because he was trying to advertise his own pop-up store. But he's like, I got a pop-up right here. They're in my khakis. It's the only kind of pop-up I got, guys. I hope you don't mind.
Ace Frehley pop-ups shed is in Tom's backyard.
It's a pop-up tent.
We're going to come back from New York, and Tom's going to be like, what the fuck is going on back here? While you're out of town, Tom, I thought I'd take advantage and set up my Ace Frehley pop-up store. I'm hawking a bunch of cassettes from 1984 that I recorded some demos that Rachel couldn't hawk on her eBay channel. So I thought I'd make a couple bucks.
Couple people in the greater Nashua, New Hampshire area were very excited to have Ace Frehley take over southern New Hampshire. Kiss takes over New York City. Ace takes over Nashua. Kind of the same thing.
If you go to the left of that oak tree, you'll see the spot I stepped on Scout's poop. And I left my spaceman boot print right in a pile of shit over there. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't Scout's.
So we lasted about a little bit, but this is what happens.
The Ace Frehley pop-up store at your shed. It's going to get a lot of visitors.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. All right.
All right. So it's time to do a review of another Super Deluxe Fun Time box set. This one is Creatures Disc 2. Now, we last year we talked about the whole box set in and of itself. This and Destroy, both of them, fucking gorgeous. We went over all that, but now we're going to actually talk about the music, not what's in the box set, but what's on the box set. And that is the songs on disc 2 that is labeled Demos, Rarities, Outtakes. So it's interesting because there's 16 tracks here. We're not going to play the clips. Where the fucking clips?
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about these songs. Mm-hmm. Tom, in the first 4, you can go and listen to our review of Killers if you want to, because those songs are already there. But they're done, remastered. I have Killers. I have the Japanese version. I have the American version. Well, not the American, but the European version of it. And these sound so much nicer.
Oh, yeah. Crisp, tight, clear. Very, very nice. Very nice. Yep.
Yeah. So you got the 4 killer tracks, which is I'm a Legend Tonight, Down on Your Knees, Nowhere to Run, Partners in Crime.
Yep.
Tom, what's song 5?
Song 5 is, so there's a couple demos here that are similar. The next 3 are from the Penny Lane studios. So number 5 is Deadly Weapon, which is a completely reworked version of Love's a Deadly Weapon, which obviously was on Asylum with Gene singing. This is Paul singing it, and it's slowed down, mid-tempo. I fucking love this. I absolutely love this. With all due respect to Gene and the version that made it onto Asylum, which I also think is cool, this is killer. Paul's vocals sound awesome. If this was tweaked and reworked and remastered and re-engineered, this was, I loved it. I found myself singing the chorus like all the time. It was stuck in my head. I thought it was fantastic.
So it's called Deadly Weapon. It's written by Paul Stanley. There's no mention of Plasmatics and Shout It Out Loudcast friend West Beach on this.
Right.
It's a completely different song.
Completely.
I think the only thing that was taken from the other one is just the title.
That's right.
But there's nothing to do with Love's a Deadly Weapon, which becomes on Asylum.
Right.
This is a fun, catchy tune.
I love it.
Like, Paul demos just seem like songs. They're way more complete versus sometimes the throw it against the wall, see what sticks Gene demos.
Which we'll get to.
Yeah, this is a good song.
Yeah.
This is another one that we, like last year, Fire and things like that came out of Destroyer box set. We're like, holy shit.
Yep.
You know, we talked about this before. Don't You Hesitate. Like, how are these not out? These are fantastic fucking songs.
Yeah.
This is one of those that are like, seems in that similar path, right? We're both in agreement of this.
It's amazing. It could have been maybe on Paul's solo album. I mean, I don't think it would have fit. It wouldn't have fit on Creatures because Creatures was so bombastic and loud and heavy. I don't know where this would have fit, which is probably why it's a demo and never went anywhere.
It could have probably fit on Killers Again.
Yeah.
It kind of like, it seems like it would be in there.
Yeah, because those Killer songs are obviously post Unmasked, pre-Creatures, kind of in the middle of being a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're rockers,
but they
not
have a little
metal.
Bit of right.
Right. They're rockers, but they're not metal, which turns out to be on Creatures. They're hard rock songs, like the old Kiss style.
Yep.
All right. So we've talked about Deadly Weapon. Do you feel like heaven right now, Tom?
So again, Penny Lane demo. This is Feel Like Heaven. When I first heard this, I thought this was like a Kool and the Gang demo. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? First of all, Gene, you do not need a 6.5 minute demo. It's way too long. The chorus is terrible. This is not a Kiss song.
It sounds like Donna Summer's fucking, what do you call it?
Love to Love You, Baby.
Yeah. Like he's trying.
Totally.
This is the ultimate.
Yeah, it's
the worst Kiss version of the ooh, god damn, ooh, baby, come on, I want to make love to you.
When this first came on, I'm waiting for here, like, oh yes, it's ladies' night.
Oh, what a night!
It's
wicked Gene trying to be like this.
Oh yeah,
sexy.
Yeah. Oh, yuck.
And the whole song, I'm just like ad-libbing the whole time. I can finger your butt. Yeah. Lick your toes too.
Friday night at 8. It will be so great.
I won't be late. Friday night at 8.
Myself a date. Friday night at 8. And I will not be late. She might be my mate. That would be so great. Great. And I'm on the way.
From Nutty Professor. It's
bad.
I don't know, but and it goes on and on and on. And then you're like 3.5 minutes. You're like, this is still going. And then you look and it's like, it's got another 3 minutes to go. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh, and guess what? This isn't the last time we're going to talk about Feel Like Heaven either.
Oh my God. It goes on. It's kind of funny.
It is funny.
It's a little bit, it reminds me of, The Temptations. I can't get next to you, babe. I can't get next to you. I can lift you in the sky just like a bird.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, then,
Oh,
then they need to get the Melvin Fringer. I can Yeah, this is wicked. Just
yeah.
ooh.
And then we finish up. And then we finish up the Penny Lane demos with a version of Nowhere to Run. Yeah, this one's kind of lame. I don't like the chorus is kind of a little bit different. The drums kind of sound a little bit different in the chorus. They kind of like this. It doesn't have that heavy kind of vibe to it.
It's not as rocking. It seems there's something like
a little poppy. It's more
poppy. Like poppy. Like, but there's something like almost like I don't know. I can't explain it. Like there's like something popping in the background.
Yeah,
like it's not hard rocking.
It reminds me of, so when you listen to the songs on Killers, Nowhere to Run like rocks.
Yes.
Okay. But then like I'm a Legend Tonight is kind of like you could almost dance to it. That's what this version of Nowhere to Run. It's almost like it was a little bit more poppied out. So yeah, it's just not great.
The tone, whoever's fucking with the knobs in there, didn't do a good job on this.
Yeah. Then the next two songs, tracks 8 and 9, you got they're called original demos, and you got Deadly Weapon again, which doesn't sound too much different from the Penny Lane demo.
Paul scatting.
Yes.
Trying to figure out lyrics.
The lyrics, right. Yep. But then you get the original demo of Feel Like Heaven. This is like a Billie Jean cover song. I mean, you know what? When I hear this, all I can think of is UN Jefferson. Like when he's like,
this is some good shit.
This is some good, when he's jamming a Thriller and Revenge of the Nerds at the party. Like, it's like,
great party. We're all those good looking sorority girls you're supposed to have dates with. You know,
like
women.
You know, women like Gene, what are you doing right now? I get it. He probably wrote these in like, 79, 80, 81, whatever. But this is like dance, funk. And this is even longer than the Penny Lane demo. This is like 7.5 minutes long.
Hey, Cher, Diana, I've got a song for you to listen to.
Oh my God. Like, where would this have ever fit?
Love to love you, baby.
Where was this ever going to go?
Ooh, my porn music.
Yeah. Now, so we've made it through 2 demos of Feel Like Heaven here. So now's the time when we can bring up what Zeus and I were texting about today. This actually appeared on Peter Criss's solo album, Let Me Rock You, a complete version of this. And I'll tell you right now, I think Peter's version is great. I like it a lot. I think he adds a little bit of grit to it. His vocals, the song it's fully thought out. It's not as disco and funked up as these demos. I think Peter kind of added. Now, is it a great song? No, it's not a great song, but I think Peter turned it into something that I would have never imagined it could have been.
Yeah. And what's interesting is like Peter, this is way past Peter's time.
Yeah.
He's long gone from the band, yet he comes back and grabs this song.
Yep.
Now, both of these songs, like the one previous to that, Deadly Weapon and Feel Like Heaven, Penny Lane demo and stuff, are there only credited to either Paul and Gene respectively, individually for those songs that they each sing. Yep. Yeah. I can't explain it. I just think of the vault when I think of this, like Gene just throwing anything against the wall.
Well, we'll get to the vault soon. We'll get to the vault in a minute.
Did you know that I wrote with so-and-so? Like just bragging to people about shit he's done. That it's like, what does that have to do with fucking Kiss? But
exactly. Right. No, exactly. Then we go to him.
Go to him.
Then we go to this is when you're starting to get kind of into the silliness here. Track 10 is Nowhere to Run. Take 11. Instrumental. I don't know why we're the first 10.
Yeah, it's an instrumental. You sit in the car, you play this, and you start singing the song.
Exactly. It's karaoke. I loved it because I did the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Track 11, Tell It to a Fool. Take 4, drums and bass instrumental. So for my notes here, I said more funk, 70s cop movie music. This is like
I got one better than that.
This is like chase music in like a Rockford Files episode or something.
Yeah. I've got something better for you. Do you know where I'm like, where's this music coming from?
Go ahead.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Are you serious?
Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. It's that music. You've all had to see that viral video of these two old fucks in the middle of a fucking department store. Yep. Somebody's on the keyboards and this middle-aged fucking gray-haired Alice from the Brady Bunch singing the biscuit.
Taste the biscuit. Yep. That's it.
That's what this music is.
Yep.
That's where I fucking picture this.
Like, what are we doing with this here? Just, God. Then the next thing you got is Chrome goes into motion.
If that's not porn music, I don't know what is.
Dude, that is, I have, so it's Chrome goes into motion, take two, drums and bass instrumental. I have porn music. It's like a Madonna outtake. This sounds like a Madonna outtake, like pop 80s MTV.
Or 80s Atari background music video games.
Yeah. Yeah. Like what I get as I'm listening to this, I'm like, I will say you really get a peek behind the curtain as how fucking messed up the band was in this era. Like everybody thinks like Creatures of the Night was like this masterpiece, which some people think it. This band didn't know whether to shit or go blind in this time. Look at the stuff that was considered demos at this time.
Yeah, taste the biscuit.
Taste the biscuit. Then after that, you got I'm a Legend Tonight, Mix 4, instrumental and background vocals. Nothing really here to see. I mean, I didn't really notice much. Next thing you got after that is Don't Leave Me Lonely, Take 8, drums and guitar instrumental.
Oh, you know what that is, right?
Go ahead.
Owner of a lonely heart.
Yeah, it sounds like it could have been something, but again,
is owner of a lonely heart.
But again, it's not fitting anything that ended up on Creatures or even Kill. Like I don't know. It's just weird shit, man. I don't know.
We got to fill up 4 discs. I don't have anything. I just have that one demo that I did. It's called Deadly Weapon.
Yeah.
No fear. I've got enough shit to fill up 8 box sets.
Now the next 2 tracks, 15 and 16, actually appeared on the Vault, which if you bought the Vault, you're probably a little bit kind of upset because you probably thought that you were getting exclusive material. So track 15 is Something Seems to Happen at Night. Let's talk about that first. Because when I first heard this, I'm like, this is what would happen if Gene Simmons did Yacht Rock. I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
It's Gene Simmons trying his best Don Henley impression. It seems like building up the perfect beast that it came off that Don Henley or one of his first albums. It's ridiculous. It's
I don't know.
He's doing a weird voice.
When I hear stuff like this, and then I hear how people like, oh, Paul took over Kiss in the 80s because Gene was doing. Paul took over Kiss in the 80s because Gene was doing this. It was like, dude, stay away from this band. What is this music you're making? This is terrible.
Like Corey Hart, Don Henley.
It's like bad. Like
I don't know if it's like bad. It's just not Kiss music.
Well, that's what I mean. Right. I'm not going to say it's bad, but it has nothing to do with Kiss in any way. It's bizarre. And then the last track on the disc is It's Gonna Be All Right, Gene Simmons demo. And we talked
everything gonna be all right.
We talked with Mitch Weissman about this because this was something that he did with Mitch. It's just a drum machine and Gene. And I mean, maybe this sounds like it could have been something that could have been on a solo album in 78. But again, what's he doing here?
Mitch isn't credited. He made point to mention it. Yeah, to get any credit on that.
Yeah. He should be happy.
Yeah, It's Gonna Be All Right. You know what that song sounds like?
Go ahead.
Soak Up the Sun by Sheryl Crow.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Everything gonna be all right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. I mean, this is a real, I don't understand the need. Like, look, I love demos. I do because I find them interesting. It's a peek behind the curtain about what the band was doing in this era, like the Destroyer box set. I'm always baffled by, like, why are you giving us like the drums and bass instrumental stuff? I mean, I get it. If you never recorded lyrics or vocals, okay, but I don't know. Sometimes some of the stuff is really just filler, like you said. Like, you want a box set? Here.
Yeah, like,
here's 4 discs of me playing with my Casio keyboard.
Tell It to a Fool, Take 4, drums and bass. Is there a real more complete version of the song? Put that out.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tom, the way I look at it,
Yep.
there is Deadly Weapon. That's 1.
Yep.
Feel Like Heaven. That's 2. Tell It to a Fool, instrumental.
Yep.
That's 3. Chrome Goes Into Motion.
What is that?
That's 4.
Yep.
Don't Leave Me Lonely. That's 5. Something Seems to Happen at Night. That's 6.
Yep.
And 7, It's Gonna Be All Right.
Yep.
Rank them.
I swear to God, you're going to think I'm taking the easy way out here because I rank these. I rank them in the exact order in which they appear on the disc.
Really?
Yes.
Take the Biscuit as song number 3 for you.
Now I do because you renamed
the
it.
Biscuit. Excuse me.
Now I do because you renamed it for me.
Taste the Biscuit.
But I will tell you, I mean, Deadly Weapon, the Penny Lane demo is by far the best. Feels Like Heaven. I like. It's funk. I mean, I like that kind of music. I mean, it's not what I want to hear.
Tom, I'm gonna contradict you.
Go ahead.
My number 1 is Deadly Weapon. My number 2 is It's Gonna Be All Right. I like that. I like his vocal delivery.
Really? Ugh,
yeah.
No.
And then number 3 for me is Something Seems to Happen. I like it's fucking wicked different. It sounds nothing like Gene. It sounds like a Don Henley song.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Gene. I don't know what he's doing there. But I guess my point is, as I'm listening to these, I'm like, they just got progressively more. I take that back. They got progressively less enjoyable to listen to as I kept going down the disc. It's almost like they did it on purpose. I'm like, these are just bad. Like,
all right, let me finish my list though. Number 4 would be Feel Like Heaven.
Yep.
Number 5 would be Don't Leave Me Lonely, which is the version of Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Yep.
Number 6 is Taste the Biscuit.
Oh, God.
Whatever that is. Take it up the ass. Tell It to a Fool. That's what it is. Tell It to a Fool. And number 7, the worst, is like the video game background music, fucking from Super Mario Brothers, the original.
Okay.
And that is, what is that called there? Chrome Goes Into Motion, which happens to be the stupidest title I've ever heard him say.
One of the worst names for a song ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. All in all, though, I still love this box set.
I agree. Yep.
Because you really, if you're going to disc 2, we're keeping out the fact that, people, now you're getting a fucking killer version of the killer songs.
Yep.
Nice and crisp and things like that. And plus those other ones that, there's demo versions, which are interesting to listen to.
Yep.
But we're not ranking those. And then there's some instrumentals, which you can fucking do karaoke to. So
yeah, I always find these interesting. I mean, for all the criticism we may give and all the fun we might have with kind of laughing at some of this shit, we always say, I'm glad it's here. I love having it. Like I said, this is a really weird era of the band. Like, they didn't know what the hell was going. They didn't know what angle of music they wanted to pursue. And I think this disc really highlights that they're all over the place right now.
Yeah, because the founders, the leaders of the band, Gene and Paul, continue to try to find a way, while the other fucking 2 were nowhere to be found.
Yep.
And then they continued this winning way all the way up to when they did the reunion.
Yep.
And then when the reunion didn't go well, they continued the band for another fucking, 20 years.
Yep.
Of putting out great music and putting out fucking millions of tours. So kudos and hats off to the founders and the main men of KISS. This whole fucking thing about it shouldn't be out there without Ace and Peter. Like, it just drives me nuts when you hear the classic songs that are on Creatures of the Night. They had nothing to do with this album.
Right. Oh, no, none.
It had nothing to do with the next album that comes out afterwards, which is even almost better. Lick It Up.
Yep.
It had nothing to do with Revenge. So I don't want to hear about that shit. And so I always like to think, well, the imposters are up there. What imposters? Was Ace and Peter imposters when they were doing Lick It Up on the reunion tour?
Right.
Well, Jesus, that's not Vinnie Vincent up there.
Mm-hmm.
Is he an imposter then? I mean,
Right.
come on. This is fucking stupid.
No, I know.
We love the original thing, but it's not happening. Obviously, It's not happening. Look at this fucking album, Creatures of the Night. This box set's fantastic. Nothing to do with it. It's Gene and Paul all the way.
All of it. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. What's the main factor with all the Kiss music that we all love? Is there really an album that you like? Oh, I hate this fucking album.
No, not one.
And what's
Not
the
one.
main thing that's on all those albums?
Paul and Gene. Yeah, exactly. Of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yep.
Anyway, Tom, this was great. We'll get to Disc 3 next year.
That's right.
And what we do next is we go to Question of the Week.
That's right. And let's give a shout out to our buddy Wes Beach here, because last week we were talking to his buddy and former bandmate, Jean Beauvoir, the Plasmatics. And Wes has a question of the week here. If you could go back and have Bob Ezrin produce another Kiss album, which one is Bob Ezrin producing? Ooh.
Probably this. Creatures of the Night, maybe.
Bingo. But
It could be like a theme to this.
I was literally going to say the exact thing.
Hold on. I take it back. I can't
No,
say that. I can't
why-
say that.
Why?
Because then you take away the fucking sound that, what do you call it, came up with. Michael
Not
James
necessarily. Not necessarily. You don't think Bob would have come up with that?
No. I don't think you would have that Eric Carr drum sound. No,
Well,
so I take it back.
Okay.
I
you
was just
finish your
thinking of the
thought.
song.
Finish your thought.
Okay, so I will go back and go like, what would have worked? Probably if they could do one other album with him, I would lean towards maybe Dynasty. Would have yes, because of the variety and what could he do with Ace and Peter singing 4 songs on that album?
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. I'm just afraid he would have tweaked the sound that I love of Dynasty, that poppy kind of quote unquote disco sound.
Yeah, and that's yes, I'm hoping he would.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm going to go back to what you said about Creatures. The reason I think that is I don't mind the Creatures album. I just think it's overrated. It's not my favorite. But I always come back to the fact that I know everybody's like, oh, the drums. To me, I think I know this is like blasphemy. I think it's almost a problem because that's all you hear on a lot of those songs is those booming, bombastic, overpowering drums. If he could have kind of reined that in and given those drums more of a sound like on Revenge, or I know it was 10 years later, but I just feel like turn it more into like a, I don't know, normal rock record. And I know people are going to say you're crazy because I love Creatures and ever, but I don't know. That's what I would have said. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say the cliche of a Harder Than Hell, do that. I'm not going to say that. So
no, theme wise, the only reason my mind went a little to Creatures
because he just did The Elder.
Yeah, but he could also, what would he have done to Rock and Roll Hell? Would there be chains and stuff? Would there be some demon, like things like that? That's where my mind was going.
Right.
War Machine, I Love It Loud.
War Machine, exactly.
But then my mind was like, no, I don't want that drum sound change. And plus the guitar on it, the fucking whole album is fantastic. Listen to the guitar on Danger.
No, I know. But I guess the reason I said it is because I'm in the vast minority of people that don't think that Creatures is a great album. But that's why. I
would guess to say maybe Dynasty, only in the sense because there's only 2 Gene songs here and 4 fucking Ace and Peter songs.
Yeah.
He could have done a lot to that.
Yep.
And maybe he would have made I Was Made for Loving You more guitar and rocking. So who knows?
Maybe. I love the what if questions. Thanks, Wes.
Yeah, thanks, Wes. Tom, where can people find us?
Go to our website. That's right. Go to him. ShoutItOutLoudcast.com. That's where you can find everything involving the show, all the episodes, Shout It Out Loudcast, Album Review Crew, Zeppelin Chronicles, Dorm Damage, all that good stuff. You can find links to our Patreon page. Thank you again to Jason Landsback. That's awesome. Appreciate you jumping on board as a demon. You can check out our links for our Amazon shopping page, our merch page, our social media pages. Everything is there. You can also send us messages directly through the website. AJ White, we saw your email that you were having some questions and concerns with that. We're going to take a look at that, but shouldn't be any issues with that now about sending us messages. We get those in the form of an email when you do use the website. And if you want to use the email itself. It's shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. We read each and every one of your emails. We try to get to all of them during the show. So please do that. And of course, follow us on our social media, Twitter or X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. We're all on there. And we always like to say that we're a very proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network of shows.
Tom, people can always DM us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us one of those 5-star child reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you can. That helps us a lot. And we read those on every show when we get them. And we really appreciate it. It helps the show grow. And the other way to help the show grow is, Tom mentioned, Patreon, but also our awesome website. Go grab some merch from our website. You can also visit our Amazon store, all things and ways to help Shout It Out Loudcast.
Yes.
You can always email us at shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com, and go to him. Shoutitoutloudcast.com is our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. Check out everything there. It's always a lot of fun. And you're going to see some different things popping up. And one thing that will be popping up soon, and we just had our actual live cast and we made our public announcement, is the Kiss book that Shout It Out Loudcast is writing along with Joey Casada.
Mm-hmm.
Raise Your Glasses, 50 years of Kiss songs that we're going to be celebrating, where we're going to get all the celebrities that we've talked to, the actors, the comedians, the wrestlers, the musicians, you name it, authors, everybody that we've had a chance to interview, and more.
More, absolutely.
We'll be commenting on every studio album track, including the solo albums.
That's right. Yep.
It is a large endeavor. We are so proud of how it's coming out. We're looking to have it completed beginning of next year. This isn't no fucking magic shit.
No, it is not.
So we're
Trust
not
me.
asking for contributions or anything like that. We're almost done. What ends up happening, though, is we keep getting more and more input that it's hard to kind of like shut it down. But we're getting there. And guys, you are going to love it.
Yes. Can't wait. We're so excited to give this to you guys. So proud of it. It's going to be amazing. And that's why we're taking our sweet time to make sure it's as awesome as it should be.
Crossing T's, dotting I's.
That's right.
And what we do when we cross T's and dot I's, we end on famous last words. Tom, do you got any?
Oh, yes. I can make your heart pound. You can feel the beat. I can make the earthquake underneath your feet. Ooh. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night.
What a night. Ooh,
Friday night at 8.
I can eat your dirty ass anytime I want.
Drink.
I can drop some dirty hot ass anytime I want.
Drink. See, we can't get out of our own way.
That's a pretty good tune. I think I'm going to cover it on my next Origins Volume 3. In the cold light of a midnight, everybody runs for cover. In the hold on of a cold dawn, she went out to find a lover.
Oh.
Whatever the fuck he does there.
You. Oof.
Something seems to happen at night when Ace is in the backyard shed.
You're not going to believe this. Something happened last night. It's a real problem.
What the fuck is going on outside? Sorry, Tom. Go back to bed. You're all set.
Something's happening at night out here. It's real crazy. Couple critters.
My stomach is killing me. What did I eat? Holy shit. Kiss Army, Loudcasters, thank you.
Oh, guys, you're the best. Thank you so much. Love it. Zeus is always my friend. Thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Hit the music. What I'd like now is for all you fat, out-of-shape, worldwide kiss-tards to keep the noise down while I show your ladies what a real sexy man looks like.
Listen, all you people out there sitting on rented furniture, settle down.
Cut the music. Anybody seen Richie? Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?